Hey guys, all right, I wanted to come on here because I've had a couple of people reaching out saying that some of the stuff that we're doing is kind of confusing. And with a quiz coming up for you guys on Wednesday, I kind of want to go over a couple of things. So first thing I'm noticing is that many of you are not doing these assignments. And if you're doing them, you're getting all red dots. If you're getting all red dots, or if you have 50% or less correct or done, you're going to get zeros on these assignments because you're not showing me that you understand what to do. So please make sure that you're doing your assignments on time. And if you're not doing them on time, then you're following those, protocols, or following that. I made a YouTube video on it of how to submit late work. I would highly recommend that you are doing that, so that you are staying caught up, or not even worrying about late work, but getting your assignments in on time. So, and you're about to get a couple of like makeup days. So I would probably use those days for that. So a couple of things that I'm noticing in this first section, a lot of people, actually, this one wasn't too bad. Identify the domain and range. Just remember, domain are your X's, range are your Y's. You write them in order from smallest to largest. And you do not write numbers more than once. And then if it's a function, that means that your domain did not repeat. So this will be popping up on your quiz review tomorrow. So this one didn't seem to be that big of an issue. This was from Friday, that people were having issues with. But once I figured out kind of what was going on, and some people reached out, I realized why they were getting answers wrong. So like for number 1 here, you need to do f of -1, and you need to do f of 3. So basically you're just taking the -1, plugging it in, and taking the 3 and plugging it in. What happens is Go formative is very, very touchy. So if you don't type in exactly what I have typed in, it's going to give you a red dot. So for number 1, in the directions, it says f of -1 equals, and I just wanted you to write the number. So when you plug a -1 in, you get a -3. You should have just typed a -3. And then for f of 3, you should have just typed a 17. Many of you were typing this whole entire thing, and it was giving you a red dot, and I understand that's frustrating, but please make sure you're paying attention to what's given and only answer, like in this case, I gave you f of -1 equals, so you would have just had to type the number. You didn't have these ones to do, you just had to do those. So hopefully that helps you with 1, 2, and then also 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same idea, just plug that 5 in. Tell me what the number is. For 9 through 12, I'll do one of these for you. I don't think you had to do all of these. This one you would have had to do, and this one. You did not need to do this one or this one. So we'll do number 9 together. So when you were writing a linear function, this would have been we did notes. Many of you also are not watching my videos. I can check the number of views on my videos. And if it's less than 5, that's usually not good at all. So please make sure you're watching the videos as well, especially the functions or 3.2 day 2. If there's anything on this quiz that I'm a little nervous about, it's that, because this stuff's a little bit more difficult. So for number 9 here, the very first thing that in that video that I said defined was the slope. So to find the slope, you do change in y, which we go down 8, over the change in x, you go up 1. So change in y over the change in x, which reduces to 8. Then I said to write the equation in point slope form. You're definitely going to want to have your notes with you when you take that quiz on Wednesday so that you have access to point slope form. It's not going to be given to you. Point slope form says y minus y1. So I'm going to pick this as my x1 and my y1. So y minus y equals m x minus x. After you write it in point slope form, step 3 said to convert it to slope intercept. To convert it, you would have had to distribute. So you get y minus 16 equals -8x, and then just leave it as -0 or +0 or whatever. It's still going to be a 0. And then you would add 16 to both sides. So you get y equals -8x plus 16. You cannot leave it like that because this is not function notation. function notation has you take that y and change it to an f of x. So you get f of x equals negative 8x plus 16. So let's say that in GoFormative you are putting y equals, that's why it's marking you wrong. So please make sure that you are paying attention to those dots. 13, there will not be a problem on your quiz like number 13. There will not be a problem like number 14 either. These ones, there will be problems like these. For 19 and 20, you just need to match. So like for 19, is the answer A or B? 20 is the answer A or B. That's it. Don't make it more difficult on yourself. So for 19, this one is not really written in slope-intercept form. This would be negative 3x plus 2. So first thing I notice is that I have a negative slope. When you have a negative slope, that means your line goes down from left to right. Of these two, B is the only one that goes down. So that's the answer. And for this one right here, I notice that my slope is positive, which means that my line would go up. It's going up. So the answer is A. So hopefully that helps a little bit with those ones. The other thing, and I know I'm going kind of fast, but you can always pause, rewind, all that fun stuff. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, I've had a couple of issues with people contacting me on this one. So for 1 through 6, I put it in the directions, but not many read it. It says, if it is, give a common difference. If it's not arithmetic, for the common difference, put none. Like this one goes up 3, then up 4. So that's not the same. So you would say, is it arithmetic or not? You would put no. And then the common difference is none. You have to put the word none or it's going to mark it wrong. For 7 and 8, the last two of these ones, it wouldn't be 7 and 8 on yours. I think it's like 13 and 14 or something like that. You just need to continue the pattern on. So like here, this is the first raffle, second raffle, third raffle. You just need to continue the pattern until you get to the 7th raffle. So just figure out what the pattern is, continue the pattern. Like I would do first raffle, 497. Second raffle, 494. Third raffle, 491. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Almost create like a little table for yourself. So the pattern is going down by 3. So just continue going down by 3 until you get to that 7th number there. Same thing here. They give you a table. They start you with 10 chairs. A city sets up 14 rows of chairs. So you need to go all the way to 14 on this one right here. So all the way to 14, continue that pattern. It says each row has 2 more chairs than the row in front of it. So if this has 10 chairs, this has 12, this has 14, so on and so forth, and figure out where it ends up at 14. Tomorrow you do have a quiz review, and tomorrow evening I have scheduled to post out the answer key to that quiz review. Anytime that you want paper copies of these worksheets or reviews, please stop by my room. I have lots of extras, especially the quiz reviews. I don't know about you, or test reviews. I don't know about you, but I am a paper pencil person. So taking this class online would be kind of difficult for me because I need the paper. I like writing on paper. So don't hesitate to stop by and ask if I have it. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out, guys.